Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 6 and I guess also the rest of the Arrowverse shows as well. So just a quick heads up, sorry for just filling up the beginning of this video with this, but over the next, well, I want to say 2.5, 3 weeks, my videos might come across like a bit weird and rushed. I'm going to do my best, so hopefully most of you will understand. And the reason that it's going to be weird and a bit rushed is that I'm actually moving, and it's not simple as, okay, moving half an hour away. I'm actually moving interstate, so I'm moving back to where I grew up. I've been living interstate for about 6 years roughly, so I'm moving back to where I grew up, which I'm very excited about. But it's interstate, and if you know how big Australia is, interstate isn't like an hour or two drive. This is about a 12-hour drive that I'm going to have to do. I have to organize everything before I leave because it's not simple as like driving an hour to go fix something up if I screwed something up. So I have to do a lot of planning. So hopefully my videos don't come across too weird, but they will come across maybe a bit rushed or maybe not as organized or set out as they usually are. This one will be, but my next couple of videos might not. So hopefully it isn't weird. I have to keep content flowing. Hopefully you understand, but it will be super busy for hopefully only the next 2 weeks, but maybe 3 weeks. But yeah, into the video. So we are basically around, well, 2 weeks away from the beginning of filming. So they're going to start filming when I start moving. But yeah, so 2 weeks away from the filming for the new season of The Flash. Of course, that being season 6. And I'm pretty sure Batwoman and Supergirl start a few days before that, maybe a week, towards the end of June. So that's only about a week and a half away. And for those wondering about Arrow, I think they are still yet to announce the filming dates and when that will start production, but that could change in the next few days. Even when this video comes out, they could have announced it. I don't know, but yeah, keep your eyes and ears out for that one, I guess. But yeah, we should expect, quite a decent amount of information to start coming out in regards to all of these shows, not just The Flash, in the next couple of weeks leading up to the start of filming, as well as the commencement of San Diego Comic-Con towards the end of July, where we will, of course, get our first trailer for all the shows, but specifically The Flash, which would hopefully give us a decent amount to get excited over, which I think the past 2, even 3 trailers from Comic-Con for both, or, seasons 3 to 5, have been able to do, regardless of what you ended up thinking about the final product we got from those seasons. I think the trailers were really, really well done. But over the past, 48 hours or so, yeah, I guess it'll be 48 hours by the time this video goes live on YouTube, we had some new stuff come out in regards to not only The Flash, but all of the DC TV Arrowverse shows for their upcoming seasons. Now, some of it is a bit confusing, as it definitely goes against what we have seen over the past few years, but there must be a good enough reason for this change to what we have seen of recent seasons. So we got the premiere dates for all of the various DC TV shows, and just to give the heads up, these are all for the American broadcast of the shows. So it's American dates and times, so just keep that in mind when we're going over, all of them. So yeah, to kick off the DC TV programming on our television screens for the 2019/2020 season, it's almost like we're talking about sport here, but yeah, we have on Sunday, October 6th at 8 PM, the series premiere for Batwoman, the newest entry into the Arrowverse. That will be the show kicking it all off, which is a big change compared to previous seasons, which we'll jump into later. And then following Batwoman on that Sunday night, that same night, will be the Season 5 premiere of Supergirl at 9 PM. Now next up on Tuesday, October 8th, the same week, just 2 days later, at 8 PM will be the Season 6 premiere for The Flash. Now, normally when we get into the swing of things, Flash will air before Arrow. However, for this opening week, there will be no Arrow. Arrow will start the week after, on Tuesday, the October 15th at 9 PM after The Flash. Obviously, it is important to note that this is Arrow's final season and will only be around for 10 episodes, so Arrow won't be in this time slot or spot come the end of all the shows in mid-2020. Now, Black Lightning will be on Mondays, so on the day in between the 2 female-led shows and the male-led shows, but it won't start until October 21, so a bit of a delayed start for them. And for those wondering about Legends of Tomorrow, they did confirm the upfronts towards the end of May, I think it was. The Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 would premiere in 2020, so most likely taking Arrow's spot in the schedule on Tuesdays after The Flash once Arrow wraps up. Now, along with the announcement for the show's premiere dates and just the all-round schedule, they also released new promo posters for all the shows. The only one that showed any new artwork was the Batwoman poster, I'm pretty sure. In regards to the Flash one, I did see way too many people losing their cool over the poster and just thinking that it was new, due to one thing in particular that was, front and center on the poster that, was sort of making people a bit angry, that of course being the suit. Now, the suit that you see in the poster that they used in conjunction with these premiere dates is not the suit for Season 6. 6. It isn't even the suit that we finished with at the end of Season 5. The version that you see there is the one before they changed the headpiece, or cowl if you want to call it, the one that Barry wears in small areas. They changed it, and I think it was episode 8 or 9. So that one that's in that poster is the one from like episodes 1 to 7. So what they used on this poster was just like a stock image, I guess you could call it, that they would have had sitting there. And I'm pretty sure we have seen this image of Barry as the Flash previously. It might have even been the one that was used for the suit reveal before Season 5 even aired, but they've like, tilted it to put it on an angle. But yeah, they have just used a really old image of the Flash Season 5 suit and slapped it in front of like a random background with some bright colors in the back and some lightning. Yeah. But it is important to remember that Grant Gustin himself said that there would be a change in the head area going into Season 6, specifically talking about a chin strap. So we will know when the Season 6 suit shows up, because the head area will be very different, and that will tell everything and just say it all. But yeah, as I was saying earlier on in the video, in regards to the schedule and release of the shows for this season and how it is a bit different than previous years, usually, and I'm sure some of you might have already known this and picked up on it, The Flash is the show that usually kicks it all off. They're the one that kicks off the DC TV season, even if like Supergirl would air the day before or a couple of days before. Like I think even over the past 2 seasons at least, we've had The Flash kick it off with Arrow in the same week, but Arrow would be either a day later or a couple of days later, and then the next week we'd have Supergirl, and then Black Lightning and Legends, start as well. But it'd always be Flash that was starting it. But obviously that has changed now for this season, as we have Batwoman and Supergirl kicking it off with a double header on Sunday, October 6th. Once again, me using like a sport analogy, but anyway. Analogy, more of a term. Sport term. Now, obviously, they could just be putting Batwoman here to promote it, because I have heard that Batwoman will be on that Sunday night, but Batwoman will also have reruns after, I think, Flash and I think Riverdale that week or something like that. There's going to be multiple reruns of Batwoman throughout that week, so maybe that's why they're showing it on Sunday, so they can have those reruns, I'm guessing. But I don't think I would be the only one thinking this, but this could possibly have something to do with Crisis, maybe not specifically with Batwoman, but possibly for Supergirl, because I think it is being said that Batwoman and Supergirl won't be on the following week. Like they will have their premieres and then skip a week and come back the following week. I'm not sure if that is 100% true. I'm hearing different things in regards to that. Let me know if you have heard anything concrete about that. But yeah, the lead up to the Crisis on Infinite Earths event could be a big reason in regards to like the weird placement and weird, I guess, beginnings of these seasons for the shows to start it all off. Now, the next thing to go over, seeing we are just, on the topic of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, is a post from a consultant now and former showrunner in the Arrowverse, that being Mark Guggenheim. So last season, and even the season before, Mark was the one posting all the little hints and teasers on Twitter to the various crossovers in those seasons, and that hasn't stopped as we head into the Crisis crossover for this season. So Mark posted this image on Twitter, which is, of course, of a bit of the title work or title art for the crossover event. Those with a good memory will know that the art we got last year at the conclusion of the Elseworlds crossover was in like a sort of like a sky, very light blue with some white there, while this new artwork has a much more ominous red look or red tone to it. Now, this is more than likely in the writer's room for those brought in for the crossover, so they are starting to set up the story and all of that stuff for the crossover event by the looks of it. It will be very interesting to see if they are planning on bringing any like new or familiar heroes from other Earths into this crossover or past shows in the DC universe. We can all hope for that. Just above the sign, there are like 2 little figurines here. It might not mean anything, but these 2 little figurines could possibly be Green Arrow and Green Lantern. I mean, that'd be a cool team up to have in the crossover, and we of course did get that Green Lantern tease in the Elseworlds crossover, so we could see it play out and come true later this year, or maybe early next season. Or early next year, might I say. Anyway. And I say that because the first 3 episodes of the Crisis crossover are meant to be at the end of this year. Then we'll have the mid-season break, and then the last 2 will be at the beginning. So that's what I meant by that. It's weird, that setup for the crossover, but it might work. In regards to Crisis stuff at San Diego Comic-Con, to be honest, I don't know if I'd be 100% expecting it, because they wouldn't even like started filming it. All they could really do is maybe reveal some concept art for the anti-monitor, might I say. That's about it. Or they could actually show like a full title art reveal for that stuff that Mark Guggenheim's teasing. So it's like the red version of it. I'm not expecting anything major. They might talk about it, but I doubt we'll actually see anything. If we saw anything, I'd be very surprised, unless it's directly connected to maybe Arrow episode 1 for season 8, because we don't know what they're doing there, but it seems like that whole season could just be like the road to Crisis, but that's for us to wait and find out. But to finish off the video, I thought I'd just include 2 questions from subscribers asking about some Crisis-related stuff. Glass Joe asked, do you think we'll get any superhero or supervillain debuts during Crisis? Maybe. Would we get Jay Garrick to come back in Crisis and eventually get that new Speedster? I expect Jay Garrick in Crisis, not too sure about that new Speedster though. And will Black Flash help fight Anti-Monitor? No, because that's not what Black Flash does. And then Victor asked, what changes do you see happening in the Arrowverse after Crisis? I'm not expecting massive changes which completely just break the universe, but I am expecting stuff to maybe like clean up the Arrowverse, which is basically what the event did in the comics, and maybe some cool little things. I would like it if it all just became one Earth. So Supergirl and stuff are just on the same Earth. Black Lightning and stuff, if Black Lightning's involved, is on the same Earth as the Flash. But yeah, look, they might surprise us because we can predict all we want and we might get a decent amount of things correct, but there's always going to be some things that will surprise us and go, wow, I wasn't expecting them to do that post-Crisis. So, yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on the stuff we went over in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.